Hello, everyone. Welcome to week one of our journey together for Intro to Ethics. I'm excited to begin this journey with you. I see that there's been some participation already. Thank you for that. If you have not done so already, please do read over the syllabus, and also please listen to my recording, and that's found in the discussion section, the value of ethics. In that video, I kind of give an overview of just why the study of ethics is something that's important for us as a society. But not only that, why it would be important to you. Why is it important? And also, I'd like to just kind of go over a little bit of what the flow, the rhythm is going to be for each week and during this semester. So this course introduces you to fundamental ethical theories and concepts, but I choose to focus on African and African American philosophical perspectives in addition to Western philosophical perspectives. You'll explore various approaches to moral and ethical reasoning and moral reasoning and ethical frameworks, and as they apply to contemporary issues. This course aims to develop critical thinking skills and foster understanding of diverse ethical viewpoints. So, how is this going to work, each week? Well, I see that some of you have responded to the discussion prompts for this week. Thank you for that. But what's for the rest of you who haven't, this is what the flow is going to be. I am going to post a lecture generally by Monday, and you have until Wednesday to listen to that short lecture. By Thursday at midnight, what I want for you to do is to respond to the initial discussion prompts for that week. For those of you who got an earlier start, like I said, thank you very much. But for the rest of you who haven't, you have until Thursday midnight to do so. By Saturday, I would like each of you to respond to one of your peers. So Saturday at midnight, you respond to one of your peers. Thursday at midnight, you post your initial response. What's the reasoning for this? The reasoning for this is that I want interaction between each of you. And this is what the participation and discussion grade is about, is engaging with each other. So I don't want, I don't want us to get into a rhythm of just read, respond to questions. That's not learning. That's just a correspondence course. What we are doing, we're on a journey together. So what you will get from me is a lecture, and then you'll do the readings, and then you'll post your initial response. You'll respond to one of your peers, and then we'll button up the week on Sunday with, you'll see a response from me, just kind of closing things up, maybe responding to one or two of you from the discussion prompt, and that's it's going to be our flow. So again, lecture by Monday. You have until Wednesday midnight to read that, to listen to that. Thursday midnight, post your initial response to the discussion prompts. Saturday midnight, respond to one of your peers. Sunday, we close out. The additional thing this week is I want to meet each of you, and this is a part of your participation grade. I'd like to set, my office hours are on Friday. So what I would like is for you to use my scheduler link, and I'll leave that in the discussion, or I'll leave that in the bulletin in our class shell. And to schedule time for me on Friday. Usually my office hours are between 1 and 4. If you're working and there's some situations, please do reach out to me. I can be flexible. So, but what I want to do is I want to meet each of you, and I would like for each of you to meet me. What's important in academic journey is that interaction. So I want you to know, the instructor that you are journeying with this semester, but I also want to get to know each of you. And so thank you for that in advance. Schedule a time this week, Friday, to meet with me, and we'll kind of, we'll talk about any questions that you may have. So I've already posted a lecture about what the value of ethics. Why is this important? So we are now with the readings and into week one. So week one, highlights, like I said, my pattern of introducing and focusing on African and African American philosophical perspectives while engaging in broader philosophical traditions. Comparing Gieke and Singer, offers you an example of how different cultural and intellectual traditions approach basic ethical questions. I want to just give you, that's pretty much how this semester is going to flow. You'll see this each week, but it's going to train you and get you used to engaging with thinkers such as Martin Luther King, Desmond Tutu, and others as they navigate between various ethical frameworks. The readings this week establish that ethics is both a practical discipline, focused on how we should live. So it's like a big picture analysis, examination of how we should live, but it's also a theoretical field. Ethics as a field of study that involves careful analysis of concepts, principles, and their uses across various contexts. As you read the articles this week, here are some of the questions I think that you should keep in mind as you read them. What makes an action morally right or wrong? How do cultural contexts shape ethical frameworks? Our cultural context. I am African American or Black, and so how does that shape my perspective? What is the relationship between individual flourishing and community well-being? And what that means is some ethical frameworks, you'll notice, focus on the individual, while others focus on communitarian values. Which one is better? Both? Can ethical principles be universal across cultural contexts, across gender perspectives, across religious perspectives, or are they necessarily culturally specific? These are things to keep in mind as we weigh our readings and weigh what ethics means to each of us individually. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Gary, Indiana. I served in the Navy, and I now teach. But what shapes my ethical perspective is certainly my ethical perspective is influenced by my military experience, but by my upbringing as a Black person, growing up in the church. And so these things weigh on me as I formulate my sense of right and wrong. But I'm also shaped by my academic journey, what I've encountered in my reading, different thinkers, and they influence my perspective. And so this is what is presented to you to challenge you to think about what is the basis of your ethical beliefs, and are you flexible on that? Are you willing to learn? Are you able to look at other perspectives and find value in them? So this is what's important on our journey this semester. So this will be a short lecture because I've already given you quite a bit to listen to and read over. You'll be happy to know that I don't have a book for this course, so it's not a book for you to buy. What you will see is there's a link, a hyperlink for each of the readings. I did that because I just wanted to defray costs a little bit. I was once a student, so I know that it can get a little pricey. And as much as possible, for any additional readings or any of the things that I may add to the syllabus, I'll make sure that the library has it available or that there's a link. And so that'll be easy for you. So the takeaway right now is do the readings, view the lecture that I posted by Wednesday, and make your initial post if you haven't already, your initial response to the discussion prompt this Thursday at midnight. Respond to one of your peers by this Saturday. Additional thing this week is please do schedule office hours with me on Friday, and I look forward to meeting each of you, and I look forward to our journey together. Let's have a good time. Thank you.